airports around the world have introduced major new measures that are changing the way people travel forever. These updates are not just minor adjustments. They can impact everything from how early travelers need to arrive, to what kind of identification is accepted, and even how security screenings are conducted. Without knowing these changes, many could face unexpected delays, missed flights, or even denial of boarding. That's why it's absolutely crucial to stay informed. Before diving into the full list of changes, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more important travel updates, airport hacks, and tips that make every journey smoother and stress-free. Now, here are the latest and most critical airport changes every traveler must know. Number 1. Biometric boarding is now mandatory in major airports. Facial recognition technology has now become the standard at many international airports. Travelers no longer need to show boarding passes or passports at multiple checkpoints. Instead, cameras scan faces and match them with stored passport photos to confirm identity. While this may sound convenient, there's a catch. Travelers must be pre-enrolled in biometric databases, or they may face long wait times or be forced into separate processing lines. In countries like the US, UK, UAE, and Singapore, this system is now mandatory for both departure and arrival. Not being aware of this requirement can cause serious delays. It's important to check with the airline and ensure biometric enrollment is complete before the travel date. In some regions, opting out is no longer allowed, especially on international flights. This shift is part of a broader effort to enhance security and speed up processing times, but it may feel intrusive to those unfamiliar with the system. Number 2. Digital health pass still required in some regions. While many assumed health checks would disappear after the pandemic, certain countries are still requiring digital health passes, especially in Asia and parts of Europe. These passes don't just confirm vaccination status, but may also include proof of recent health checkups or travel history tracking. This digital documentation must often be uploaded and approved before even arriving at the airport. Without proper validation, some passengers are being turned away at the check-in counter. Travelers must also ensure that the QR code in their health app remains valid and scannable throughout their journey, especially during layovers. In some places, random spot checks are still being conducted, and a single missing document can cause an entire trip to fall apart. Number 3. AI-powered security scanners replacing manual checks. The days of unpacking laptops, removing shoes, and emptying bags may soon be over, at least in airports equipped with next-gen AI scanners. These new machines use advanced imaging and machine learning to analyze items without needing passengers to remove them from their bags. While this innovation promises faster security lines, it also means stricter, more precise detection. Items that previously passed through unnoticed may now be flagged, including certain liquids, smart devices, or even packed snacks. Some travelers have been surprised to see everyday items questioned under the new system. It's also important to note that these machines are being piloted in select terminals, so depending on the airport layout, travelers may still need to go through both AI and traditional screenings. Number 4. Dynamic baggage fees. Based on real-time load, airlines are now using real-time data to adjust baggage fees depending on aircraft load and fuel efficiency. This means that a checked bag might cost $30 at 1 hour and jump to $50 just a few minutes later. The earlier the bag is checked in, the cheaper it might be. This unpredictable pricing model is catching many off guard, especially those used to fixed rates. To avoid overpaying, travelers are encouraged to check in baggage online as early as possible. Additionally, some airlines have introduced bidding systems where passengers can bid for cheaper bag rates during off-peak check-in hours. Those who wait until they arrive at the airport to pay for luggage are often facing the highest fees under this system. Number 5. Strict liquid restrictions. Now include eco-friendly packaging. In an effort to reduce single-use plastics in aviation, several countries have introduced restrictions not just on liquid quantity, but also on the type of packaging used. Travelers bringing personal care items, drinks, or even liquid souvenirs must now ensure that containers meet both volume and sustainability requirements in specific airports. Many passengers are unaware that biodegradable or non-certified eco-packaging may be rejected at security checkpoints. Airports in countries like Germany, the Netherlands, and parts of Canada are leading this initiative. For For example, a traveler might be carrying less than 100 milliliters of liquid in a non-approved eco bottle but still have it confiscated for non-compliance. This regulation also affects duty-free liquids, which are now being sealed in tamper-evident bags with new biodegradable standards. Being caught off guard by these rules can lead to wasted money and frustration. Number 6. Smart trolleys are tracking passenger movement. In many modern terminals, traditional luggage trolleys are being replaced by smart trolleys equipped with GPS and motion sensors. These trolleys not only help track lost luggage but also monitor passenger movement for flow optimization and security purposes. However, there's growing concern about data privacy, as some travelers were unaware that their walking paths, stop durations, and even interactions at airport shops were being logged. While these features are being marketed as safety and convenience upgrades, not knowing that these trolleys are actively tracking movement may feel intrusive to privacy-conscious travelers. Additionally, travelers who delay in certain areas for too long might receive automated alerts from airport staff, suggesting they move along. These systems are particularly active in high-security zones and busy hubs like Doha, Dubai, and Changi airports. Number 7. Immigration pre-approval is now needed for some transit stops. Even for passengers who are simply transiting through a country and not entering it, some airports now require advanced immigration clearance or transit permits. This change is especially common in parts of Asia and the Middle East, where new security protocols have been implemented. Travelers with connecting flights through countries like India, China, or Turkey may need to fill out a pre-clearance form, even if the stop is only for a few hours. Without this step, some passengers have been denied boarding at their original airport or held in transit zones for extended periods. Airlines are not always proactive in informing passengers of these requirements, so the responsibility falls on travelers to research transit visa policies before booking multi-leg international routes. Number 8. Silent airports are becoming the norm. To reduce noise pollution and promote a calmer environment, many airports have adopted the silent airport policy. This means fewer announcements over the PA system, including those related to gate changes, boarding, and last calls for passengers. In airports such as Zurich, Helsinki, and Kuala Lumpur, gate updates are now only posted on digital screens or mobile apps. Travelers who aren't actively checking their phones or screens may miss last-minute changes or important instructions. It's no longer enough to rely on overhead speakers, especially in silent terminals. Anyone who misses boarding because of a gate switch announced only digitally is unlikely to be rebooked without penalty. Those traveling with children, elders, or in unfamiliar countries may find this new policy challenging. It's now essential to download the airport's official app or the airline's real-time alert system to avoid being left behind due to silent gate changes. Number 9. Boarding order is now determined by digital behavior. Some airlines and airports have started using AI algorithms to assign boarding groups based not only on ticket class but also on digital behavior, such as how early online check-in was completed, interaction with the airline's app, and engagement with digital offers. This means that even if a traveler booked a premium economy seat, they may be assigned a lower boarding priority if they didn't check in early or ignored app notifications. This new system is designed to encourage use of digital platforms and streamline crowd flow, but it's also frustrating many frequent flyers who are used to boarding early based on ticket type alone. In some cases, travelers who booked cheaper seats but engaged heavily with the airline app boarded earlier than those who paid more. It's a subtle shift that many still don't fully understand, leading to confusion and complaints at the gate. To stay ahead, it's now recommended that travelers not only check in as soon as it's available, but also download the airline's app, enable notifications, and interact with pre-flight options if they want a better boarding position. Number 10. Dynamic airport zones with restricted access windows. Several major airports are rolling out dynamic zoning systems where terminals and gates are split into sections with strict time-based access windows. This system was introduced to manage foot traffic and reduce congestion, but travelers are often unaware that they can be denied entry to certain areas if they arrive too early or too late. For example, at airports like Tokyo Narita, London Heathrow, and Hong Kong International, travelers may not be allowed to enter their boarding zone until a digital alert is received. Those trying to access lounges or gate areas prematurely might be turned back by automated gates or airport staff. This rule is especially confusing for early travelers who arrive at the airport well in advance of their flight, only to find themselves restricted from entering their departure zone. It's important to monitor gate access times through apps or boarding notifications to avoid unnecessary waiting or being stuck outside key areas. These new airport measures in 2025 are reshaping how global travel works, and staying informed is no longer optional. It's essential. Being unaware of even one of these changes can result in unexpected stress, delays, or denied boarding. For more detailed travel updates, airport hacks, and international travel tips, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay ahead of every policy change before your next flight.